20 weird rules Amish women must follow that nobody believes it. Please watch to the end, last point will shock you. But wait, before we begin, please subscribe to ensure that you never miss out on any of my crucial stuff. Comment, I subscribe below, and I will personally welcome you to our community. Let's get started. First up, let's talk about the dress code. Amish women follow strict clothing rules, solid colors only, no stripes, no plaids. Forget about anything bright or flashy. They stick to dark, muted colors. Dresses are always below the knee, and no showing shoulders. Long sleeves, even in summer. They also wear a cape. It's all about modesty, and forget about accessories. Amish women never cut their hair. They believe long hair symbolizes faith and femininity. Hair is kept in a bun or braid, covered with a plain cap. It's a sign of devotion to God and community. Okay, let's talk about makeup, or should I say, the lack thereof. Amish women don't wear makeup. They believe that natural beauty is the best kind of beauty. They don't need all those fancy cosmetics and products to feel confident and beautiful. Think about it. They wake up every day, embrace their natural features, and go about their day. No spending hours in front of the mirror, no worrying about having the perfect eyeliner, no pressure to conform to society's beauty standards. It's all about inner beauty and simplicity for Amish women. No jewelry. Amish women don't wear jewelry, and I mean none at all. No earrings, no necklaces, no bracelets, not even wedding rings. They believe that jewelry is a distraction from what's truly important in life, their faith, their family, and their community. Amish women believe that true beauty comes from within, and they don't need any fancy adornments to prove it. They'd rather invest their time and energy in things that truly matter, like their families, their communities, and their relationship with God. Education limits. Education is important, right? Well, in the Amish community, it's a little different. Amish women receive a basic education, but their schooling ends after 8th grade. They believe that a formal education beyond 8th grade isn't necessary for the kind of life they live. Instead, they focus on practical skills that are essential for their way of life. From a young age, Amish girls are taught everything they need to know to be successful homemakers and mothers. No voting. Amish women don't vote. They believe in separating themselves from the world, and that includes the political sphere. They see voting as a form of worldly involvement, and they prefer to focus on their own communities and their faith. Instead of engaging in politics, they channel their energy into supporting their families and communities. They believe that their primary responsibility is to their families and to God, and they take that responsibility very seriously. No driving. Hold on tight, because this one might blow your mind. Amish women don't drive cars. Yep, you heard that right. They believe that cars represent a form of worldliness that they prefer to avoid. Instead of zipping around in cars, they use horse-drawn buggies as their primary mode of transportation. It's a slower pace of life for sure, but it's a way for them to stay connected to their traditions and to each other. And hey, it's good for the environment too. Limited technology. Let's talk technology, or should I say the lack of it. Amish women live in a world without smartphones, computers, or even televisions. They believe that technology can be a distraction from what's truly important in life, their families, their community, and their spirituality. Amish women choose to disconnect from the digital world and focus on face-to-face interactions and the simple pleasures of life. They spend their days engaging in meaningful conversations, working together and enjoying each other's company. Church attendance. For Amish women, church isn't just a Sunday thing, it's a way of life. They believe that attending church is essential for their spiritual growth and their connection to their community. They gather for services twice a week, and these services are no quick in and out affairs. We're talking about services that can last for several hours, with sermons delivered in Pennsylvania Dutch, their traditional language. The services are held in their homes, transforming their living rooms into sacred spaces. Marriage rules. Let's talk about love and marriage, Amish style. Amish women marry within their community, often someone they've known since childhood. Marriages are often arranged by the parents, but the youth have the final say. courtship is low-key, with supervised visits and chaperone dates. It's about building a strong foundation based on shared values and faith. Before we continue, can I beg a little favor? If you're liking what you're hearing, show us some love by pressing that like button. And hey, if you want to be in the loop for our fantastic upcoming videos, make sure to press subscribe and ring that bell so you're always into the know. Oh, and one more thing. Drop a quick I subscribe down in the comments and I'll make sure to offer you a warm welcome to our amazing family. All right, enough of that. Let's keep the conversation flowing. Household duties in the Amish community. Women are the heart of the home. They're responsible for managing all aspects of the household, from cooking and cleaning to sewing and gardening. They take pride in creating a warm and inviting home for their families, a place where love, laughter and faith are always present. Child rearing. Amish women have large families, often with 6, 7 or even more children. They believe that children are a blessing from God, and they cherish the opportunity to raise their children in their faith and traditions. From the moment their babies are born, Amish mothers are dedicated to nurturing their children's physical, emotional and spiritual growth. They teach their children the importance of hard work, humility and faith, instilling in them the values that have been passed down through generations. Amish women typically don't use birth control. They believe that it's up to God to decide how many children they have. They see large families as a blessing, and they welcome each child into their lives with open arms. Amish families are incredibly resourceful and supportive. They work together, care for one another, and rely on their strong community bonds to help raise their children. In the Amish community, everyone has a role to play, and women are no exception. They're actively involved in all aspects of community life, from farming and gardening to teaching and caring for the sick. They're known for their hard work, their compassion, and their unwavering dedication to their neighbors. Whether they're helping to build a barn, bake pies for a fundraiser, or simply lending a listening ear to someone in need, Amish women are always willing to step up and make a difference. Amish women typically don't pursue higher education beyond 8th grade. They believe that the education they receive within their community is sufficient for the life they're called to live. Instead of going to college, they focus on developing practical skills and knowledge that are essential for their way of life. Modesty. For Amish women, modesty isn't just about the clothes they wear, it's a way of life. They believe in humility, simplicity, and avoiding anything that might draw attention to themselves. They dress modestly, speak softly, and conduct themselves with grace and dignity. They believe that true beauty comes from within, from their character, their faith, and their actions. No divorce. In the Amish community, marriage is considered a sacred bond, and divorce is strictly prohibited. They believe that when you make a vow before God to love and cherish your spouse, for better or for worse, you keep that vow, no matter what challenges life throws your way. They work through difficulties together, seeking guidance from their faith and their community elders to strengthen their bond and find solutions. Limited social interaction. Amish women typically have limited social interaction outside of their own community. They believe in separating themselves from the world, and that includes limiting their exposure to outside influences. They socialize primarily within their own community, attending church services, weddings, and other gatherings where they can connect with friends and family who share their values and beliefs. No personal ambition. In the Amish community, personal ambition takes a back seat to the well-being of the community as a whole. They believe in humility, selflessness, and putting the needs of others before their own. Instead, they find fulfillment in contributing to their community, caring for their families, and living a life of faith and simplicity. Obedience to men. Amish women are raised to be obedient to their fathers and later to their husbands. They believe that God has established a hierarchy within the family and the community, with men as the heads of their households. They respect their fathers' and husbands' authority and look to them for guidance and leadership. Amish men are expected to treat their wives with love, respect, and care.